Hey, folks, it's 8 a.m. Monday morning. It is February 24th, 2020, 8 a.m. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. You have on the screen there, right here, 706-889-9700, right on the screen. You are able to text me, call me, text me and say, I want to be on the show. Let's see what we can't do to get you on the show. Chief@FetcherNews.com. Send me the emails, all the ways to follow us on social media. Now, we're going to talk about this because yesterday I wrote an article. Now, I didn't just write it yesterday. I've been working on it for weeks. Now, there's a couple things I want to say. Are you getting this stuff in the mail? We're going to talk about this with Kelly Loeffler on it. Are you? Two things. Get off my ass. I am not endorsing Congressman Doug Collins. Now, Congressman, he is my congressman. Our business, FYN, was located on in the 9th district. Sorry, I got a text message blowing up. The phone is. So he is my congressman, but I'm not endorsing him. I would have been fine if Brian Kemp would have picked. That would be the governor of Georgia, Mr. Smith. Second, the article I wrote, let me just address one thing because I already know it's going to be the target for their response. Somebody called me about 7:30 this morning and said, how do you find a difference? I wrote a hypothetical conversation on an airplane, what may have been said. How can you say what you did is any different than what Adam Schiff did making up a phone conversation? Let me tell you something. Adam Schiff is the head of our intelligence, House Intelligence Department, which is leaking more Russian stuff just to cause a stir. This is a member of Congress that's taken an oath, sworn in, and when he read his made-up phone call between the president, between the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, and our president, Donald J. Trump, and he made that up. He did it and read it into the record while having the actual conversation in front of him. Now, all I did in my article, and we're talking about Brian Kemp, and the article I wrote, did Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia, and Kelly Loeffler have a Senate deal? That's the question. And all I did was say, hey, what was that conversation like? An hour and a half. Now, my source tells me that they can confirm that on the Sunday that Brian Kemp snuck out of Atlanta, didn't say where he was going, and I don't know all that, but that's the way the reports are being read out of the Washington or the Wall Street Journal. Yes, the Wall Street Journal article, and that he flew up there on Kelly Loeffler and Jeffrey Spector, or whatever his name is, who they both own the Intercontinental Exchange and the New York Stock Exchange. He flew on their private jet. Now, all I asked is, did Jeffrey go? Did her husband go with her? Who else was on the plane? What was the conversation like for an hour and a half? What was the conversation after they met with President Trump? And sources say were basically thrown out of the office. These are my words, okay? What was the conversation like on the way home? Hey, Brian, you know the deal. I don't care what he said. You better keep the deal. I don't know. But Georgians need to know what happened with this pick. It's just not settling with me and many of you out there. So get off my ass. I mean, I don't care if you give me a hard time. I don't care if you call me names on Facebook. Oh my God, I love reading the post. But there's some things that you cannot change. So let me say this. We're going to, right after the break, so you can get settled in, you can call your friends. We're going to talk about these mailers from Georgia Life Alliance. We're going to talk about this letter that looks to be, because it says from the desk of Governor Brian Kemp. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about her. Give me number. Good morning, Destiny, by the way. You guys do an amazing job over there. Give me number 4, just to have it right here. Okay. This is Georgia Senator Kelly Loeffler getting off her private new plane. Now, give me this one here. We'll talk about this throughout the show, but it's worthy to state number 22. Okay. Number 22, and who would that be? I got that right here, sorry. That is Freedom Caucus number 22, okay? What? Okay, let me, I'll have to double check, but the head of the Freedom Caucus, and his name is Andy Biggs, has endorsed Congressman Doug Collins this morning. Now, the media has gone nuts, absolute nuts, over Bernie Sanders winning Utah. Give me number 51, Carville. This is James Carville, former Bill Clinton strategist. Okay. This is James Carville. He is losing it. Give me number 52, my screenshot. It's almost like Carville's trying to hold his heart. And they don't know what to do if Bernie Sanders becomes the nominee. All right. And so we'll leave it at that. We're going to talk about that this morning. Number 33. Okay. 100,000 Trump rally in India this morning while you were sleeping. 100,000 at a Trump rally. I mean, I'm not talking Alabama, and I'm not talking Louisiana, and I'm not talking Arizona. I'm talking 100,000 at a Trump rally this morning. Number 24. Now, this is what I've told you on and on, okay? Number 24. Did you not have those? Did I not give you the 1 through 20? I may not have. But everywhere you hear centrist Democrats, there's no such thing. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure my my pictures went through. My pictures went through to Destiny this morning. Get that done during the break. And when we come back, we will talk about number 3, Loeffler and her new plane and her new Kia and her new status and some of the things I wrote in the story last night. So get your friends. About 4 minutes from now, we are going to do a complete Kelly Loeffler segment. Okay? Take us to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let's leave this in the segment as we put it out today. We want to get this segment out ASAP. 706. There's the phone number, text messages, email address, ways to follow us on social media. So let me see here. I'm going to go to fetchyournews.com. That would be fetchyournews.com. And I'm going to click on the story right there. And there's a story, folks. Did Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia, and Kelly Loeffler have a deal for the Senate seat? Did they? The whole article is there. So I can't break that down. You could go read the whole article. But if you ask why I wrote the article, let me just say this. First of all, this guy by the name of Brian Kemp, Secretary of State, okay? And just, to me, country guy over in Athens, farmer, just salt of the earth guy. And we've known him for years. And then all of a sudden he starts coming up to North Georgia because he's running for governor, and he comes to my office. Now, I want you to stay with me on this because I'm going somewhere. He comes to my office and we sit 2 feet apart, 24 inches apart. We have a 30-minute conversation on video. He takes a picture with my staff, our staff there, and We just walked away feeling we know the guy. Now, I don't get taken by politicians, but when he left that day, we felt like we know this guy. This guy is one of us. He's not a swamp dweller. He's promising to drain the Georgia swamp, help President Trump drain the swamp, take his big truck and take illegals to the border for the president. I mean, immigration, gun laws, Second Amendment, pro-life. This is our guy. And he's still the guy that signed, okay? Signed the heartbeat bill. I got it. So did we get set up? Because the heartbeat bill, and I'll just stay on this like this, it's 6 weeks and abortion's illegal. Now, most everybody knows every state that has put in, I'm pro-life, but every state that has signed a heartbeat bill knows it's going straight to the Supreme Court and it's not going anywhere yet. So it really doesn't put the governor in a real bad position at this time. Let's just say that. But he did get the pro-life to get all excited about the heartbeat bill. So if, we'll go there. But when he became governor, he used to answer the phone for me when he became governor, okay? Slowly, I was not able to get through his communication people for an interview. Okay, fine. I understand. You're the governor. You're busy. So when he opened the window to ask Georgians to apply for the open Senate seat, we cheered in Georgia. We were excited. Hey, this guy might just be who he says. I mean, he could send a real Mr. Smith to Washington. He could send a mechanic, a mom, a dad, a talk show host. He could send a former but Mr. Smith could actually go to Washington. And we would stand back, myself, and cheer the governor. Because for those out there that keep sending me messages saying I'm in the tank for Doug Collins, I understand the president, okay? I understand the president asked nicely for the governor to appoint Collins. But when this whole, what I call the Brian Kemp, smoke screen, okay? Hashtag the Brian Kemp smoke screen. When that thing happened, and on the last hour of the last day, Kelly Loeffler put her application in. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, not only did he say no to the president of the United States. Now, there's been a lot of talk that Congressman Collins, and we'll talk about that later. There's been a lot of talk that Congressman Collins turned down the president. Didn't happen. Congressman Collins just spoke to the president. In a press gaggle, if you know what that is, on Air Force One, where the press gets to fire some questions, he was mentioned, Congressman Doug Collins was mentioned in consideration, get it straight, for the Department of National Intelligence, DNI director job, mentioned in a press gaggle on Air Force One. Remember, the fake news press gaggle, okay? Mentioned. My understanding is Congressman Collins has not received a phone call saying the job is yours. So Congressman Collins respectfully said, I will not, okay? I will not be available for the job. I appreciate it. I'm humbled. I'm running for Senate. Just this past Sunday on Marie Bartiromo's show on Fox Business, Congressman Collins reiterated. He talked to the president and he's running for Senate. So we'll go back there. I just want to hang out the spin that may be coming out of the Loeffler camp that says Congressman Collins, oh, how disrespectful, turning down the president, didn't get offered the job. Now, let's get to the president and let's get to Kelly Loeffler. Now, first of all, I just want to bring some things up because this is only a 2-hour show. First of all, remember this. I mean, here is number 7, okay? Now, this is a picture of Governor Brian Kemp. Nice handshake, President of the United States. At the airfield down in Macon, Georgia, just days before Kemp won by 50,000 votes against Stacey Abrams. Trump lands Air Force One down there for this guy and gets on stage. And at that airfield, I had press credentials for it. I applied. They gave me press credentials. My wife and I said, A, it's a 3.5-hour drive, and B, I'm not going to, it's a 3.5-hour drive, and B, I don't want to be back on the fake news stage if the president points in the back and says the fake news. So anyhow, but this is just days before the election. President lands Air Force One, 25, 30, 35,000 people, right? Now, just days before that election, and we're going to go backward, okay? Number 10. Now, this is in October 20th, just weeks, I guess. This is the tweet that President Donald Trump set out. Georgia Secretary of State Brian Kemp will be a great governor. He has been successful in whatever he's done. He has prepared for this very difficult, complex job for many years. He has my strong endorsement. His opponent is totally unqualified, would destroy the state. Vote early, vote Brian Kemp. Boom, okay? Now, that's the general election against Stacey Abrams. And the reason I want to do this backward is because that's not unusual for a president to endorse his Republican governor candidate, party candidate, okay? So he does that for Brian Kemp. Now, let's go to number 17. Now, folks, this is July 18th, 2018. Now, until President Donald Trump came along, Republicans had a little rule that you don't get into or endorse in a candidate like the president in a primary against two of the same party. So you have Casey Cagle, you have Brian Kemp. Usually president's not going to get in the primary. Just days, I think you voted in the runoff on July 20th or 21st. So just days before the runoff against Casey Cagle. Brian Kemp is running for governor of the great state of Georgia. The primary is on Tuesday. Brian is tough on crime, strong on the borders, and illegal immigration, if only he knew. And he loves our military and our vets and protects our Second Amendment. I give him my full endorsement. Now, here's the interesting thing is when that tweet went out, then candidate and Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle was somewhere in Dahlonega. He was traveling from somewhere in Dahlonega over to Gilmer County where he had really no reception. They were aware that the tweet had went out. And when they got to Gilmer County, the video is in my article. I was the first person to meet him with a video camera after that tweet. And I have it on there, his response. Hey, how do you feel about the president, tweeting his endorsement for Brian Kemp? So I have to take that call in a minute and I'll have to call him back. But there you go. All right. So there is that tweet. We looked at the other tweets. We looked at the trip that he made to Macon. All right. Leave that on there. Okay. Now from the Wall Street Journal, okay, on the Wall Street Journal, and this is from November 26, 2019, Michael Bender and Cameron McWhirter, whatever. Georgia Governor Trump appear at odds over Senate pick, okay? In White House meeting, Brian Kemp pushed Kelly Loeffler why president prefers Doug Collins. So here's the thing, okay? President Trump comes down to Atlanta. He's doing something. He sees the governor, and while he is here, he says, hey, Mr. Governor, Alexi, you pick Doug Collins. He's loyal to the Republican Party. He's loyal to you. He's loyal to his state. And most of all, he's loyal to me and fighting all the Russian hoax and everything. I'd like to see you do that, okay? Now, I don't know what the governor said. I'll consider it, okay? So then when the governor decides, Brian Kemp, he's going to, it's all in this article. And I have this article attached to my article, so you can read it. So he's going to take Kelly, all right, and he's going to fly to Washington, D.C. on a Sunday. Now, Brian Kemp does not tell a lot of his top level people that he's doing it, all right? But our source says Kelly and Brian, at least the two of them, flew on her private jet owned by Intercontinental Exchange to Washington, D.C. We don't know how many Trump staffers were on we don't know how many Kemp staffers were on that plane. We don't know if her husband, Jeffrey, was on the plane. We don't know who was on the plane. We don't know what the conversation was because it's an hour and a half up there. So I just hypothetically said, what if they were sitting there and Kelly said, hey, Brian, you know the deal. You know the deal. And what if the governor said, look, relax. The president likes me. When he sees what you bring to the table, you're going to be the wealthiest member of Congress. You know, we'll be good. Well, we better be. We'll be good. So they go in and basically Trump says to him, why did you bring her here knowing who I want to be senator? You made up your mind. Why are you even here today? So I'm thinking on an hour and a half ride back home, what was that conversation? Brian, I don't care what he said in there. You better make the right pick and you know the deal. I don't know if that happened, but an hour and a half airtime back, we, the people of Georgia, should know what was said. So it's not like Kemp, all right, needed to return a favor for the president of the United States. So Doug Collins was never asked by the president of the United States to be the acting DNI director. Never asked. Just floated in the conversation. Brian Kemp was directly asked by the president of the United States. You don't hear any articles on that. You don't hear how the president asked the governor directly. There are articles, but the same spin as what they're trying to put on Collins was never applied to Kemp when he turned the president down. It's not like Kemp owed him anything. It's not like he did anything at any time to help Kemp. All right? Hey, it might have been a quid pro quo. Maybe Kemp said no. Okay. But don't forget, Governor, what this guy did to help you get the office. And when he just asked nicely, you said no. Well, that's okay. Moving right along. Okay. Let's look at this. Now, so he passes up the president of the United States and he makes the call. All right. So here is, and you got to start looking at the dates because I have everything down. I have all of the clips where you can go to the articles. But Brian Kemp had a debt completely wiped out, or we think he did. And we don't know all the details. Now, Johnny Isaacson, was it August 28th, 2018, when Johnny came out and announced he was retiring? Now, my question is, did Johnny say that day? Give me number two. Did Johnny say that day he's retiring? But did he know the deal? Now, possibly, I don't know. Did he know the deal was complete? Okay. Because the ag business that was totally worthless, that you cannot find any reason, nobody can find any reason why Purdue ag business wanted to acquire a business, Hart Ag strong, okay, that was bankrupt, they made it on file, but totally in debt, worthless. And why would they want to make that purchase? And our sources say that when they made the purchase, okay, everybody became whole. What's that mean? Everybody from the finance company, everything that Kemp lent them, every farmer, everybody else on the board, whatever. I don't know what it meant, but why would they? And I think it closed around, it's in my article, August 5th. It closed about the same time. The Purdue ag business closed, I think, about the same time. These just weeks before, Johnny announced. Here's a quick picture, and that we're not, all of this is in the article, so this is a 2-hour show. I got other things to do. Number 6. Oh, wait a minute. Let me stay with that one. This is the Buckhead Coalition, okay? We're wondering how well the Kemps and Jeffrey, the chairman of the New York Stock Exchange, owner actually, how well the Kemps and Jeffrey and Kelly know each other. This is at a Buckhead Coalition banquet, I think February of last year. This one, number 6, is at a black tie event, 4-H black tie event of the Kemp, and there's Kelly and Jeffrey and Kemp's wife. And at this event, it's only 2 weeks, I think, before the purchase is completed. Now, you're wondering what the purchase has to do with them. It's all in my article, okay? And we can work on it later. I'm not trying to leave loopholes here in the story or you don't understand it. Just go to my article when you get a chance. At this event, there's a claim, which I think Kelly dropped $200,000 at this fundraiser. There's a claim that they don't know each other that well, but they happen to be seated together at the head table, okay? Now, let's look at, she's appointed senator. And why I can't let this settle. I can't let this settle. Now, Brian Kemp, you cannot tell me that his staff did not know enough to vet this lady to figure out what some of the blowback would be. Let's start with number 20. I have told people, they say on Facebook and everything, that I'm not telling the truth. List of current members. Now, this is a Wikipedia page. List of current members of the United States Congress by wealth. Kelly Loeffler, Georgia, 500 mil. The next one is Montana at 135. Look at how far she outranks. Okay, look at her lovely picture on this Wikipedia page. Senator Kelly Loeffler, Georgia, with a net worth. Now, this is just her, not Jeffrey. And this is just a net worth, not all the assets and how the business works, but a net worth of $500 million, is the wealthiest member of Congress. Now, you wonder why I wrote the article? You wonder why I can't wrap my head around Kemp appointing her? I can figure out, once appointed, why Rhino establishment, and I know you don't like it, Republicans are circling her, because I have to tell you, everywhere Kelly is, it's raining money. And I can understand why the elites with the pearls and the tuxedos are rallying around Kelly and saying, what an awesome pick, Brian Kemp. Why we shouldn't even second guess it. Why we shouldn't question it. This is what Kemp did. Appointed the wealthiest. All right, now, let me just throw the list up real quick, okay? Here's the list. Number 21. Loeffler. Somebody said to me, I want to put the list up. Somebody said to me, I think on the All-Star panel, I think Jane said, even Dianne Feinstein? Look at Dianne Feinstein's number 7. Look at the numbers all the way up through there, okay? And nobody compares to Kelly. No wonder Mitch McConnell's kissing her ass. No wonder the NRSC is walking around kissing her ass. I think she runs the state of Georgia, not Brian Kemp. I think the governor should be in the office 7 days a week. That's me. You know how I am. 7 days a week during this session, working on budget, working on meetings, one right after another, instead of out maybe completing the deal. I don't know. Maybe completing the deal and campaigning for this woman. No wonder. Look, folks, these are $30,000 and $40,000. I don't know that she didn't spend $100,000 on these. This might be $250,000 alone. I don't know. But she has the money, and she has the money to dump it in these organizations. And I don't know why she has the money. From the desk of Governor Brian Kemp, Monday, 9:47 a.m. Personal correspondence regarding U.S. Senate race. Please reply immediately. Dear friend, I'm honored to be writing you today on behalf of Georgia's newest conservative Republican, U.S. Senator Kelly Loeffler. Kelly is a underlined real conservative. On the back, sincerely, Brian Kemp. Why is he out there on the campaign trail? This is the wealthiest. Okay, so that is one thing that truly just concerns me, where she is concerned and why he picked her. Now, we're going to get to Bernie Sanders. We're going to get to South Carolina, but we're going to stay on this because when we come back, we're going to talk. I'm not going to make a joke out of it. We're going to talk about our new Kia. We're going to talk about some of these mailers. All right. We're going to talk about her new plane. I don't care if she has a plane. Just why is she my senator? And then we'll get on. So we'll take a break. Now, Destiny, when I come back, we're going to push these two segments together. Okay, take us to break.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Lower Chevy prices? Dave Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done. With huge savings on a massive new Chevy selection. Now save over $12,000 off new Silverados. More than $8,000 off new Equinox. You'll save thousands no matter which Chevy you choose. Lower prices, more for your trade, and outstanding customer care. Dave Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done. Dave Chevrolet. Dave gets it done. Find new roads.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. There is our phone number, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. for news tips, and there is our email address and all the ways you can follow me on social media. You can text me and be on the show. Okay. So let me say, Destiny, back in the over in the production room, we are going to take the last segment and this one and push them together. So here is, before we get back into, we're talking about Kelly Loeffler. Let's put up a picture of number one. That's her nice new plane. Let me just say a couple things, and we will cover this. Is a 2-hour show, 8 to 10, Monday through Friday. We're thinking about going 3 hours, but then again, you know what you got to understand, you are the research department. So keep that in mind. You got to put the email address back one more time, Destiny. Let me say this. You are the research department. In the article that I wrote on FetcherNews.com concerning Brian Kemp and Kelly Loeffler, I probably read 150 emails from you out there. I probably read 150 articles. Okay. You guys sent me notes. You told me, look in this direction, that direction. Don't stop. I need your help. FetcherNews.com. We're a small network. FYNTV, small network. Okay. We're an online news network. We work hard. Our staff works hard. You're the research department. Don't stop. Help us. Read my article and let's uncover all this, and let's demand an investigation and transparency. Okay, so that being said, the next article, and here's what, before we get there, I just want to show you number 33. There's two things. The President of the United States is in India, and he had a Trump rally of 100,000 people. They love the president over there. It burns the media up, okay? And then on top of that, give me number 24, because what did I tell you? And I've been asking you to watch this, okay? Do not, see the top of that? Sanders' rise worries centrist Democrats in Congress. No such thing. All you're hearing this week is them trying to take the nomination away from the socialist Bernie Sanders and give it to another socialist, okay? Don't believe any of the media. What they're trying to sell you this week is the moderate side of the Democrat Party, no such thing, and the centrist side, no such thing. They just want to take it away from Bernie, because if Bernie was to be the nominee, Trump will win double digits in Pennsylvania. We're going to talk about that later in the show. So let's go to this, because here is the next article I'm working on. He appoints Kelly Loeffler, that is Governor Brian Kemp, to be, give me number one, to be the next senator of the United States. Okay, fine, I got it. Why is he so vested? Why is he so deep? Why? Now, I will tell you this. When Loeffler was appointed that day, and we all stood there and watched, okay, I'm going to say an hour, 59 minutes, 63 minutes. But within an hour, I started getting Team Loeffler. I started getting Loeffler. It was bam. I mean, they were rolling. Okay. So what we want to know, another thing I have in the article, we want to know when the political consulting group, Parlay, was hired. Now, I want to be clear on the show that they're not bad people. That's what they do for a living. And if you call them up, all right, and you say, I want you to put together a marketing package, they probably give you a price and say when you want to launch. But interestingly, Parlay LLC was the same and is political consulting group that handled Governor Brian Kemp's campaign. So when she was announced, how far in advance did she sign any documents with them? How far in advance did they buy the domain name for her, Kelly, whatever she is, Friends with Kelly, whatever it is? Because I understand it was days before the announcement. How far in advance was the rollout put together by her people to have it hit an hour after the announcement? Okay, fine. So she's announced. Now it's step 2, all right? We're going to get into the financial contributions. We talk about International Continental Exchange PAC, Political Action Committee, okay? We talked about them in the story. We've talked about them on the show. Our next article, which, look, folks, it takes me hours, and I have a business to run on top of this, okay? But we want to talk about the creation of a candidate. How she went from whoever she is to being created. She went in 2 months from being the most Republican, most pro-Trump, most pro-life, most Second Amendment. I mean, anti-impeachment, build the wall. She went to the top of the list. Get it? In just 60 days. Because when your money is at the top of the list, you could afford to elevate yourself and create somebody that maybe just does not exist and put yourself at top. Now, I shouldn't say this. I am going to say this, and there's no comparison, so don't go doing something with it. But you remember when Tiger Woods fell from grace and we found out he was never the Tiger Woods the media led us to believe? Remember that? Remember how shocked some in America? What happened to the Tiger Woods we knew? I'm not saying that. I understand the situation that took place there, but that's basically what's happening here. This person is being created. Yes. Okay. So going right along here, she goes down and pretends she bought a Kia 19. This is the kind of stuff that just frosts me. Okay. Here is her Twitter feed. Kelly Loeffler, just picked up my Kia Telluride. So impressed. Now, I've looked at them. I can't afford them. So impressed with their operation in West Point and look forward to driving this Georgia-made vehicle throughout the Peach State. Hashtag GAPOL. There's Kelly in the dealer right there, and she's got a Kia, and she looks forward to driving this. Do you really think she's driving this? Do you? What's it matter? Do you? Do you really think she's driving that Kia? Here's another one, number 18. Now, this is not her. I'm pretty sure this is her Kia right here. And she's getting a selfie, right? There's a selfie, number 18. But here's the tweet, number 19, of her buying a Kia. She can't wait to drive it around. Now, unless it can get up to 30,000 feet and top out at 600 miles an hour, what she actually decided to ride around in throughout the state to campaign and go back and forth to Washington is number 4. Okay. So that number 4, that is Kelly's plane. That is Kelly getting off her plane. Now, I understand. I know nothing about aviation, so I'm not even going to attempt to do anything on aviation. All I know about aviation is my seat assignment. You know, I have my ticket, my seat assignment, and then half the time I say, I think you're in my seat. Or usually it's the other way around. I'm in somebody else's seat. And I don't have enough leg room. That's why she has the plane. She's real tall, needs the leg room. So, you know what I'm saying? That's all I know. Here she is on the plane. Now, I don't care. I really don't care. But there's a lot of people out there. This plane goes, my understanding, 25 million brand new. 40, I don't know. 7 used. So we don't know if this was used. We don't know if they just reupholstered the seats for her and it's only 7 mil. 40 mil for the new one. Folks, do you realize with this plane here, it's possible that her and her husband own privately $75 million worth of planes, 3 of them. Now, let me explain this plane to you that Kelly is flying around. Let's go to number 3. Here's a nice nose shot there of Kelly's plane, right? Here's number 1. There's a nice profile pic. Now, I want you to know, see, there is a nice, I want you to go back to 4 for a minute. This one was released last week. You see the tail wing number on the back? So you go there, and then you go to number 1. You see the tail. They match up, tail wing number. This is her plane. Nice profile look there. Sun gleaming off it. I don't know if they got the new paint job or she's going to do Kelly like Trump did on the side. But let's move on from jokes. All right. So she is flying this around. This supposedly is licensed to some LLC, whatever. Okay. Private company. Our sources tell us, obviously, we're told that Intercontinental Exchange owns 2, jets. And our sources tell us that she took a flight to DC, as senator on one of those jets. Now, you can do that, but you have to reimburse the company it's titled to, Intercontinental Exchange, for a first-class airfare ticket. So my understanding, this is what I think I've heard, my understanding is, I don't know how many trips, but she flew the company jet. That was an ethical violation. She was stopped. She did reimburse, I understand, the company Intercontinental Exchange, which is her own money, just moving it to another account, for a first-class ticket. Then we understand they went out and bought this plane so she can go wherever the hell she wants, and you don't know where she's at. You say, well, you can just go to the flight plan. You can just go to the flight records and look it up. No, you have no idea where Kelly's at, when she's at, and where she's campaigning, because when you pull the tail number up and you do the research, give me number 8. N830EC, TVPX Aircraft Solutions, Inc., North Salt Lake. This company is a shell that makes sure when you have a plane and the way you register it, nobody knows who is the owner, where it's at, how to track it. Now, I am not, let me be clear, I am not implying that our senator is doing anything other than being very wealthy and, pulling the strings on Governor Kemp. But I will tell you, this is the same company that you could pull this company up and start doing the research and articles. And, there's been some drug dealers in the past, some money laundering. There's been some people that wanted shelter and not know where the plane is or who it belonged to that's used it in the past. It's not really up and up, this company. What does it say? This aircraft, N830EC, is not available for public tracking per request from the owner-operator. That's my airplane. How do I track my airplane? You can click on that. All right. Boom. Tracking, public tracking per request from the owner. From the owner. You don't know where that plane's going. You don't know where it's going next, when it will be there, how many times it goes to DC. You know nothing about that plane. Now, let's go back to number 19. When she led you to believe she was going to drive a Kia. I think the only thing that happens is a chauffeur. I think a chauffeur. I would like to know. I don't think Kelly starts that Kia up. Do you? I don't think Kelly comes out of that $15.5 million house or 10.5. I could be off a couple mil. It's either a $10.5 million house or a $15.5 million house. And I don't think she gets in the Kia and starts it up and backs out and watches the backup camera like you and I and says, Jeff, we should have put more room in the driveway. I can't get turned around. I don't think it happens. It could. She may come out and there's a chauffeur driving the Kia. So I think when she says, so impressed with their operation in West Point and looking forward to driving this Georgia-made vehicle, I think really the only thing she's saying is she's going to drive that vehicle to get on number 4, this plane. Got it? Because the plane has no GPS. Well, it does, but you just don't know it. And the Kia, you may be able to find that from Google Earth. I'm going to take another break. It's 9 o'clock. When we come back, we have one more segment we're going to put in here. I'm going to talk about the making of a candidate. We're going to start with this, okay? Start with this here. We're only going to do about 10 minutes, and then that's the next article coming up in a couple days, and we'll start breaking down the making of a candidate and who she is, and maybe where some of the campaign money has gone. How can you even, Brian Kemp, how can you appoint somebody that gave $1 to Maxine Waters? Whew, hell, you say. Take a break. We'll be right back.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Lower Chevy prices? Dave Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done. With huge savings on a massive new Chevy selection. Now save over $12,000 off new Silverados. More than $8,000 off new Equinox. You'll save thousands no matter which Chevy you choose. Lower prices, more for your trade, and outstanding customer care. Dave Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done. Dave Chevrolet. Dave gets it done. Find new roads.
So I like to read the social media between the. All right. Once again, communist Fetch Your News didn't do their homework. Now I'm a communist. They are bent out of shape. Communist. Says I got a date wrong. Maybe I did. We never know. We never know. We might have. Let's see what we have here. Let's see if I'm a communist on this social media. I realize that you guys love Doug, but do you have to make up lies? Damn, you sound like a piece of crap socialist Dems. They're freaking out. They're all freaking out. All right, I'm your host, BKP. Now, let's get back to this, all right? Because I'm going to, tomorrow, we're going to wrap this up because I'm going to start working on some things. Here is a picture of the president. Let's solve this crisis immediately. Number 5. This would happen to be a picture of the President of the United States and Congressman Doug Collins just last week for President's Day. Now, I'm wondering why. Now, I understand. Okay, I understand this picture. Let's see. Let me see. Damn it. I'm going to make sure because I'm called a communist. I may have one date wrong. What in the hell? But let me see here real quick. Okay, blah, 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 blah with the picture. All right, last week for President's Day. Anyhow, here's a picture of Collins and President Trump. Let me just say something to you. Kelly Loeffler. Let me say something to you, Governor Brian Kemp. Let me say something for you, to all of you that have bought into Kelly. Wait a minute, did I say that wrong? Let me say something to you, all of you that Kelly has bought into. I spun that right around. Just saying it's possible. Money's falling everywhere from this girl. She will drop $20 million and her husband's exchange business, New York Stock Exchange, which is going downhill today. But the Chinese, that's all set up. We'll talk about that. The coronavirus and the stock market in China is all set up. That's my opinion. We'll go through that. But so the President of the United States and Congressman Collins had a conversation after the spin that came off Air Force One from the media about Congressman Collins possibly becoming the next DNI director. Congressman Collins, if the president, I'm going to just say this is my opinion. For all of you that say, well, President Trump's not going to get involved. He's not going to get involved. President Trump wants Doug out of the race. Maybe a Kelly spin. President Trump wants one of them out of the race. Okay? Now, let me just say this to you. If on the phone the other day, the president told Doug Collins, I am telling you this is where I want you to be, and I want you to be here Monday morning, my opinion is Congressman Collins would be looking at his wife, Lisa Collins, and explaining why he's going to Washington. When the president of the United States calls you and asks you to serve, okay, or openly pick somebody for Senate, but when they call and ask you to serve, you don't come up with no sir. So the president of the United States, in my opinion, backs Congressman Collins. Maybe hasn't endorsed, but backs his run for Senate in this state. It does not back the money, the swamp of Mitch McConnell and Kelly Loeffler. So there's the picture. All right, now let's go with this first and foremost. Okay, this one right here, number 11. Okay. We're going to talk about Georgia Life Alliance Committee, confirming conservative judges fighting for pro-life. When did she get on board? Now, obviously, there could be a foundation, there could be a PAC somewhere that you and I will never know that pumped a lot of money into this organization on her behalf, may have. Look at the picture that leads you to believe that Senator Perdue and Kelly are running arm in arm. You don't want to say neck and neck, not with Kelly. Arm in arm together, right? Call Senators Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue and thank them for fighting for conservative judges. Kelly just got there. Now, what she did, she got to vote on a couple. Yes, she did. And then they run and put her name on voting for conservative judges. Okay. Now, let's go to another one. Number 12. Now, the President of the United States, this is a quote of his, President of the United States. We're going to appoint great judges to the United States Supreme Court, uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States, right? What's on the back? Number 13. Let's look at the back here. Look at this one, right? Together we must protect, cherish, and defend the dignity and sanctity of human life. Again, Kelly's on there. Look at number 14. Again, Kelly and the President. All right, now this one gets me number 15. Number 15 from the desk of Governor Brian Kemp. I want to do this one tomorrow because I want to talk about I want to talk about the Republican Party of Georgia, and I don't want to get in the weeds on that because it's already 9:12. From the desk of Brian Kemp, I told you, Kelly Loeffler is a real conservative. She paid for all these titles, folks, just my opinion, who will unequivocally support President Trump. How do you know? Why didn't she support him in 2016? Okay, defend life, blah, blah. Moreover, she'll fight to help President Trump finish the wall. Is she going to drive the Kia to the border, put on a hard hat like she did a hunting jacket, and they're going to let her mix a little concrete? Not only that, Kia has lived the American dream. Yeah, she married a man older, 20 years older than her, that was, worth $1 billion. I know I'm in trouble for that, but let's quit looking at Kelly Loeffler as this amazing businesswoman that climbed the corporate ladder. I'm going to tell you what I think she climbed. Nothing. That was ugly out of me. But let's just say he's 20 years her senior. That's all right. That's all right. Don't want to get in the way. Having worked with Toyota, Citibank, and other investment banks, Kelly succeeded at the highest level. Kelly has real world experience. No, she's a globalist. That's her real world experience. Kelly Loeffler is a globalist, and her business. Lifelong conservative, Republican Party. She's grounded. Tremendous attributes. Defending the United States Senate will not be easy. Defending the United States Senate will not be easy. In fact, Loeffler has just 10 months. Let's go to the back side of that one. Let's go to number 16. She has just 10 months. And she's running in a jungle special election against the multiple people who could file. Winning an outright majority on election day will require true massive effort. Sacrifice. Suffice it to say, Kelly can't fight this battle alone. And my friend, we all have a stake in the outcome. Why are you writing this letter for Kelly Loeffler? This is not a Republican Party choice. We're going to talk about that. If the governor, and let me say this, I think he's a decent man and doing an amazing job. But if the governor of Georgia is writing this letter as actually the head of the Republican Party, is this something David Schaefer would set out, Georgia GOP chair? All Georgians, blah, blah, firsthand positive impact, David Perdue, Trump. I have no doubt Senator Loeffler will quickly have similar effects. So take a moment now, because take a moment now to read Senator Loeffler's letter enclosed, which I think we have that letter enclosed. Here it is. It's from Kelly. Here's Kelly. U.S. Senator Kelly Loeffler, attention Brian Kemp, kickoff gift. Because you got a little kickoff gift. A little something, something. Can you send Kelly a little something, something? I mean, a little kickoff gift. That air marshal is costing. Do you realize because I can't fly on the other plane and, I drop millions. Give me a little something, something at the barbecue. Give me 5. I know you'll be excited to help her campaign with the immediate generous gift of $2,800, $1,000, $500, $250, $150, and $35. Folks, let me end this segment with her wanting your $5 or $10, a little something kickoff, to remind you the guy Brian Kemp that sent you that out, number 20, appointed the wealthiest member. Look at that. Number 20, wealthiest member of Congress, right there. Oh, what a lovely picture. Wealthiest, number 1. Think about this so you can go away here today. Number 21. There you go. Wealthier than Dianne Feinstein. And yes, that means Nancy Pelosi. Wealthiest member. And she wants, let me see what that letter says. Here it is. Can you help with as much as $35? Number 22. Trump. Congressman Doug Collins gets a House Freedom Caucus chair endorsement today. We'll talk about that. That's it for Loeffler, but stay here. Let's talk about Bernie. Let's do that. And let's talk about why. Let me explain to you. You're going to be interested in why Pennsylvania is interested in what's going on in Georgia. And I'm going to explain. Take us to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
All right, we're back. All right, so I've been attacked by all kind of communists, socialists, and now the damn grammar police is all over my ass. Okay? And, you know, they say it's Loeffler, not Loeffler, because I say Kelly Loeffler. It's Loeffler. So I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. Call her Loeffler. Fine. You got it? You happy, damn it? There you go. There you go. The grammar police on my ass. They call me communist, socialist. But I am being told that, now listen, if you're new to the show, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I get to rolling a little bit, so don't expect, you know, me to win any awards, you know, with the old grammar police. It's not going to happen once I get rolling. And second, I do struggle pronunciating things, whatever the hell. I do. 3 syllables is about my limit, 4, 5, and 6. And then when O's are before E's and E's are here and A's are over there, sometimes, you know, what do you know? Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. So I have been told it's Loeffler. So, okay, you got it. Loeffler. That's why I'm not on the big shows. All right. Another thing is I had to go to drinking. I had to go get a tall boy. You see that? Take that down so they can see my tall boy. I went to drinking already. 9:24. All right. Look, I got a tall boy. Check it out. No, I like to joke when people call me. I do not drink, as most of you know. And I like to, you know, I like the Arizona tea half and half. I like the Arnold Palmer. I love the Arnold Palmer. And so I keep these in the fridge like a dozen at a time. People call me, what are you doing? I said, drinking a tall boy. Oh, that spins their heads off. Everybody's after me for something, damn it. All right, so let's go to this. I do not have time. I do not have time to go right now. We may later. Pete Buttigieg explaining to a 9-year-old boy, this is who we want to be president. How to come out and be an openly gay kid at 9 years old. Trump is in India. Ah, hell, damn it. I knew this was going to happen. I'm trying to stay away from this. President Donald J. Trump is in India working on a, mega billion-dollar arms sale. Okay. And here is Peter Pan, all right, Buttigieg, number 26, the boy who would be king. Okay, so here we are on the screen. On this side, Sanders, rise, worry, centrist Democrats. There's no such thing. No such thing. How can you call the guy on the screen, Pete, a centrist, any damn thing? So here is the president of the United States over here in India. And he is he's over here in India, and he is trying to secure a mega billion-dollar helicopter sale. He probably is going to talk about trade, which the media doesn't want you to think that there's anything going on where trade is concerned. And he's in front of 100,000 people. But Pete Buttigieg over here is helping a 9-year-old, okay, come out. Yes, as an openly gay kid, 9-year-old. Pete should have said, you know, look, I appreciate the question. I understand why you would ask me that question. But at your age, 9 years old, I don't think you're ready to have that discussion, especially on this stage and in this format. Maybe that's something better for you and your mom and dad to handle or something like that, whatever. But he helps talk him through it. All right. Let's do some pictures. This is James Carville. They are freaking out. Number 51. Now, Georgia. As you well know, and let's leave this up because Carville, they're freaking out. Okay. What if Sanders gets the nomination? So I get a text. I get up this morning at 3:30. I didn't get up at 4. I got up at 3:30 because I wrote the article yesterday, so I had to do a little extra study for today's show. I'm not joking. I got up at 3:30 this morning. Okay. See if I got a text message here. Hold on. Oh, I was told not to concern myself with the name. All right. Don't concern yourself with the name calling. It's mean and you've struck a nerve. Now we know how to say Swamp Princess Loeffler. Oh, and my phone's spell check just corrected it to the correct spelling. Conspiracy theorist is next. All right, that's a text I just got. There you go. Don't concern yourself with the name. Whatever. So I get up. Now stay with this, okay? Stay with this. I get up this morning, and I want you to know, as you know, and I'm going to have Leon and I'm going to have Maud Aney on. And what's a Maud Aney? That's my other sister. Okay, we'll get to that. So I get up this morning at 3:30, and I get a text message that says to her, "Why the hell are you sending me texts at 1:35 in the morning? I've got to check with her. What the hell are you doing up at 1:35 in the morning?" So anyhow, I said, okay. Every article I read claims Georgia is a swing state. They're setting you up. Okay, no. Now, every article she reads says Georgia is a swing state, that we are being set up. She's in Pennsylvania. Here's the reason in Pennsylvania that every article you read leads you to believe Georgia is a swing state, is because they want you to know if it's going to be this close in Georgia, then Trump will definitely lose Pennsylvania. All right, we can go into that further and further. I will get her on the phone tomorrow, maybe discuss that. If Sanders is the nominee, or any others right now, but Sanders, let's say, Trump wins by double digits. And coattails pulls Collins right in. I know you don't like that, but although he will maybe not endorse as many things that you're seeing, as many things that you see Kelly Loeffler, hope I got it, put her name and face on next to President Trump. Collins can do the same thing. May not be a real endorsement, but you can start getting the push cards like this from Doug Collins saying who defended the president with his picture on it. And that will remind people who Doug Collins is. Somebody said to me, you know what? I'm a little worried. All right, let me go into this. I get this all the time, all right? Somebody said, and this is at the Gold Dome. This is under the Gold Dome. This is the Capitol in Atlanta. I'm talking to somebody, and somebody says, you know what? This is when all the spins start taking place. Maybe Doug should get out of the race. And he said, what I'm worried about is now there's no rush for Fox News, which that's going to change. You'll see that this week. There's a reason why Doug is still going to be on the House Judiciary Committee, so he can get to the cameras and get some more of those speeches against Jerry Nadler. We'll talk about that. The FISA court. Oh, wait till these clips come out for his run in the Senate. So anyhow, I said, this individual said, I'm kind of afraid that Doug now is going to go like this. It's going to get quiet. And I'm going to tell you something. I disagree wholeheartedly. A month before the election, and I don't know how he will do it, if you start getting these in the mail and don't throw them away, it's got a picture of Doug Collins and Donald Trump, and it said, who defended the president? Doug, you're not going to forget. So let's get away from that. All righty then. All right, picture time. So they're trying to save Joe Biden. Now, I'm just going to say here, I don't know what Rush will say at noon, but they are now so afraid of Bernie, okay? So afraid of Bernie. Bloomberg got his ass beat on stage. Okay, done. And Bloomberg got his ass beat on stage. They're afraid of Bernie getting the nomination because if Bernie gets the nomination all the way down the ticket, the House automatically goes back. Okay. Now, I do not endorse Joe Biden. I don't like Joe Biden. You all know what I think Joe Biden is. Okay. A little touchy-feely. But Joe Biden would, and you're not going to like this, he would slow the bleeding down ballot, okay? So he could set himself up with some people that win down ballot to, help his son Hunter get some more, monthly checks. But everything like that. Joe is maybe the only one right now that there's not a bloodbath down ballot. Now, I do think no matter what candidate there that is on the ballot for the Democrats, Republicans will win back the House. But Peter Pan Buttigieg, gay candidate, and 78-year-old just had a heart attack, communist, socialist, whatever candidate. The American people are going to say, we need to put a major stop to this. It's going to be scary. So they're going to go Republican, Republican, Republican. There could be Republicans win in California like you have never seen in districts against Democrats you thought would never lose. There could be Republicans win, and he's a strategist. I'm leaving him up because I'm a strategist. There could be a 49-state win by Trump, and states like Georgia could go double digit, which will take forever, several cycles, election cycles, for all of the Stacey Abrams blue initiatives to get back to the pace if a double-digit blister happens in Georgia. That being said, I do think they're calling in number 57 this morning, right? They're calling in show them the gun line, boss. That's right there. They're calling in the gun line. Al Sharpton. Show them the gun line, boss. They're calling in Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton's supposed to beat everybody away for Joe to have a big outcome in South Carolina, right? Because, it's almost like they've been told, get your ass on TV every day and let's make sure we don't have a disaster in South Carolina. Number 40. Wednesday, Clyburn. Now, I would like to go to the fish fry. Everybody can get mad if you want. I would like to go to the fish fry. I think Clyburn has a fish fry. Just saying. Clyburn has the biggest Democrat fundraiser event in the entire state of South Carolina every year, his fish fry. Clyburn's the biggest voice in South Carolina for Democrats, and he's going to endorse Joe Wednesday, okay? Because Clyburn has been told, get your ass out there, because let me tell you something. Let's see, he's a House member of Congress. Not only are you black, he was called in by Nancy. Nancy said, not only are you black, you're getting ready to become a minority in D.C. How's that happen? Republicans going to win. Now, I don't know. Maybe we got to drag Joe's old ass through. Because I will tell you, the bleeding will not be as bad, whether you want to look at it that way or not, if Joe Biden is on the ticket. Now, will he be on the ticket? I don't know. But they got to steal it from Bernie, okay? Have to steal it from Bernie. Let me show you some more. Number 42, Nevada. Bernie comes away with 47%. Joe, second place, right? Let's look at a little more here. Let's see what else I have. We'll go through this. Let me see if I have anything else. Oh, the Russian national security thing. Don't worry about it, folks. Don't worry about it. It's the only card they could play. They're out of cards. The coronavirus is a Chinese card that they're playing. Number 32. The socialist there combed his head. He's on there, number 32. Number 31, the gay guy, Anderson Cooper. He's on 60 Minutes. And there's number 32, Bernie. And Anderson keeps pushing him for what is this going to cost? I mean, you got this program, you got that program. What's it going to cost? All right, what's the price tag, Bernie? Bernie, what's the price tag? Bernie finally says, I can't rattle off every nickel and dime, but I will take every nickel and dime from you. He didn't say that, but I'm thinking, I can't rattle off every nickel and dime, but I plan to take every nickel and dime. What is the price tag? That is exactly what they were going for last night with Anderson Cooper. Number 28, NBC, Sanders worries centrist Democrats in Congress. No such thing. Number 27, Buttigieg caucus results delayed for hours. Buttigieg camp claims irregularities. Oh, here's a good one. Number 25. Bloomberg says he will release 3 women from their non-disclosure agreements. He will release them. Good for you. Okay. Hold on. Let me go to the pictures one more time. All right. I gave you number 57. Let's put that back up. Sanders worries. They're bringing in Al Sharpton every day. And number 55, here's the Nevada caucus results. And here is number 53. Yesterday, Jim Clyburn went on every show. Nancy told his ass, you get out there, you get the black vote stirred back up. Bernie's only like 3 points behind Joe in South Carolina, and Joe's lost like 18% or 15% of his black support. You get your ass out on those shows, and you get Joe's numbers back up, and you tell the African-American people in South Carolina, we love them, and vote for Joe. Okay. There's another part. I want to go through this. Top choices for Dem nominee among South Carolina primary voters. Number 48, Joe is at 28. Bernie is on his ass. 18 goes to Steyer. Buttigieg is down to 10. Okay. Number 46, CNN. Time is running short for Sanders' rivals. Vermont Senator commanding Nevada. Their Super Tuesday, March 3rd. That's next Tuesday. It's Saturday is South Carolina. All right. So let's take a break. Let's come back and focus on Trump wants to get rid of the snakes. And they're bent out of shape. It's called deep state snakes he's getting rid of. Take a break.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey Chevrolet, Blaze gets it done.
Lower Chevy prices? Dave Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done. With huge savings on a massive new Chevy selection. Now save over $12,000 off new Silverados. More than $8,000 off new Equinox. You'll save thousands no matter which Chevy you choose. Lower prices, more for your trade, and outstanding customer care. Dave Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done.
Dave Chevrolet, Dave gets it done.
Find new roads.
Hey, folks. Hey, now. I'm your host, BKP. Let me go to this really quick. You have the phone number. I'm going to be out at 10, back tomorrow morning. Always follow us on social media. I'll let you know when we have guests. Tomorrow we will have guests on the show. I'll announce the times later today. Now, Trump wants the snakes out of the White House. And their heads are spinning. There's two things I want to make a comment of and see what your take is. All right, number 56. Adam Schiff has floated out the Russian narrative again, okay? So I don't have time. We got 15 minutes left. The Russian narrative again. And it did not happen. The intel community says what has been leaked did not happen that way. No. The answer is no. Robert O'Brien was on the shows. Pence chief of staff. Didn't happen that way. Now, it's really sad that Adam Schiff, the chair of the House Intelligence Committee, is leaking House briefings of just some things to be aware of. Now, I want to go too deep because people will accuse me of getting it wrong, okay? Not happening. Number 54, in this administration, good men and women don't last long. Joe was dismissed for doing his job. Okay. All right. Admiral William McGraven retired. Okay. Washington Post op-ed fired. All right. They are bent out of shape. Okay. Number 50, this is what's got them, the deep state, because here's what happened. After, this is my opinion, after the acquittal for the sham impeachment, I think the American people have given the green light to clean house. Because let me ask you a question. Where are the post-acquittal polls? Where are the polls that say 67% of Americans want witnesses? Where is the poll that says 67% of Americans say that after Trump's acquittal, he should not try to clean out the dead weight, the snakes around him in the White House. Just ask yourself, I want you to think, okay, where's the polling now? It's not there. Because they don't want you to know that the American people in a whole, like maybe think Trump needs to clean that place out. It's a swamp. Clean it up. Look what just happened. Nothing to see here. They can't take it. Give me Trump weeds out. Is that number 50? Yeah. Trump weeding out disloyal officials. Aides of the president have crossed deep state psychological line. Yes, deep state. Axios, number 49. From justice to state to defense to homeland security is filled with snakes, and he wants them fired and replaced ASAP. Let me get to a couple more. Number 45, Trump wants snakes fired from government. Cleaning house, baby. See what else I have on these snake sightings. Same thing, number 36, Robert O'Brien, Intel officials, Russia assessment called misleading. It was misleading. Lies, okay? Don't want to go into that one right now. Don't have time. Don't want to go to that one. Number 49, Trump's new spy chief used to work for a foreign politician the U.S. accused of corruption. Oh, they are upset, folks. They don't know what to do because you, the American people, are not upset with the president. You are not upset right now with who he fires. You're not falling for White House in disarray anymore. You're not falling for White House in chaos. You're not falling for Trump is just out there. You're not falling for it anymore. You just don't have time for it. They've used up everything and you're not interested, okay? Let me see what else I have here. Okay, now let's do this. House Freedom Caucus, number 22. We got to wrap up. Number 22, House Freedom Caucus. Collins has received, had my email up here this morning. And here you go. Freedom Caucus Chairman Andy Biggs endorses Doug Collins for Georgia Senate. Arizona Republican Congressman Andy Biggs today endorsed Doug Collins for U.S. Senate. Andy Biggs serves as the chairman of the House Freedom Caucus, formerly led by North Carolina Republican Mark Meadows. Andy Biggs is a strong conservative leader whose relationship defends the Constitution and stands up for the rule of law, said Collins. I am pleased to support my good friend and freedom fighter, Congressman Doug Collins, for office of senator, the great state of Georgia. So I wanted to make sure we had that. Now, let me just say this, and we're going to wrap up. I mean, if I'm a couple minutes early, we'll just be a couple minutes early. 41. Coronavirus now, it's 9:51, so the stock market is probably, up and running, and I don't have a current. We'll do that in a minute. Coronavirus fears tank global markets. Now, this is where you're going to think that I've gone conspiracy theory, but where did this come from? China. Where is the second most reported cases? South Korea, right? China, South Korea. Who is our number one trading partner? Not number one. I got to back that up. Who is the Kia people? South Korea, right? Where do we have tens of thousands of troops to defend the border against North Korea, or any other aggression in the South Pacific, South China Sea there in that area, South Korea. Well, look, it's not just because there's a couple cases of coronavirus. Now, do I feel, this is where I'm going to get hit. Number 30. Okay. Stock market 813. That was the futures. MSNBC at 302 this morning. 502. Okay. And the stock futures. Let me do stock market right now. Wait for me. Okay. So CNN Business here. The Dow looks to be down 787, right? 787. Now, let me say this. They're going to tell you Apple can't get their parts, and they're going to tell you people can't get what they need to build things, whatever. China. Let me leave you what you can do whatever with. China. Trump is the first president in the history of the United States that took China and pushed them to the wall on trade. Tariffs. Trump said all along, we are not going to back down. Phase 1 of the trade agreement went into place, right? What could push Trump away from the presidency? What could teach him a lesson? What could show him you don't just do that to China and get away with it? A virus? So what if you pick? Now, I don't know. I want all kinds of input. I'm just saying here, I like to ask questions. So what if you pick a town in China that you're not really killed? You got 1 billion people. It ain't like you're going to be like, let's say 10,000 die. Really? You got 1 billion people. I know what this sounds like. But let's say it creates quite a scare worldwide. And let's say we don't give you all the information because we're China. And let's say the next place is South Korea. Let's just say that. The largest. And we're going to quarantine cruise ships from Japan. And we're going to say, you know what? We can collapse your economy any day of the week. What if they say we could change the stock market tomorrow and make erase all those gains? What if? I don't know, but be careful here because I don't think coronavirus is just something that happened from a sneeze. Could coronavirus had happened? Could coronavirus could have been started in a petri dish? Petri dish. Just saying. Get off my damn back. I don't know. But check it out. And again, why don't we leave with this? We know Kelly Loeffler, the new senator of Georgia, has a Kia. That's number 19. But what we should probably thank Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia, for, number 20 here, is making her the wealthiest member of Congress, okay? I understand the signs that welcome you to the state of Georgia. Welcome to the state of Georgia. Governor Brian Kemp wants to welcome you to the state of Georgia. I think the fine line underneath says, in quotes, I think they're going to start stenciling in there, in the little brackets, welcome to the Peach State, Governor Brian Kemp, underneath, bought and paid for by Senator Kelly Loeffler. I think she's going to get on the welcome signs. Maybe. We don't know. Just saying. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. I've got 4 meetings today. I'm far from done. I will be back 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Follow me. Put the social media up. Follow us on social media. There's the phone number. You can call me all day long. You can text me. And also, we're going to have guests tomorrow. Follow us on social media to find out who our guest will be. Take us to break, or take us out of here. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.